All right, everybody, welcome back. Sideshow number 43. Thank you guys for coming along for the ride. My name is Mingo.
I am Manny.
My name's Sebastian.
And, you know, I got to tell you, I don't think, like, how many days are we into this fucking quarantine?
I think it's a month and a half already.
Yeah.
Yep.
Close to 2 months.
Yeah. 6 weeks already, I think, something like that.
You know, I'm 48 years old, and I lived with my family for a long time, you know, like everybody else till they're, 18 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you go off and you live your life, and then you start having other families, like you're at work and you're stuck there 8 hours a day with certain people that sometimes you're there and you're like, fuck, I gotta leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think we were made to live that close quarters for 31 days
Yeah.
and not be able to leave.
You mean like being stuck there all the time?
I understand why jails have riots.
Yeah, dude. Because it's all that tension.
Well, also the fact that they're all fucking criminals.
Right? Some of them are psychos.
That has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and probably they're not taking their meds the way they're supposed to, or
Yeah, dude.
you know what I mean?
Or the
Yep.
fact that they're in prison.
Right.
Or just
There's
some
a few
fucking
more
dirty,
factors
raunchy
than
shit.
that, but I digress.
I mean, like your room really, literally is probably.
This house is a fucking prison.
I was gonna say just a little bit larger than what a prison cell would be, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's not that much more room, except you don't have another dude living
Yeah, I
on
was gonna
top
say
of you.
I don't share it with a fucking axe murderer. That's
Right? That's the good part.
Who's trying to
not
tickle
made
your
out of-
ear? Who's trying to tickle your ear in the middle of the night? You know what I mean?
trying to give me his wet willy.
Oh, fuck
Also, my
that
wall's
was-
not made out of brick and sadness.
Yeah.
My window's not barred.
Dude, that's why I honestly, that's why I stay out of trouble, dude. There's no fucking way I go to prison.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Dude.
There's no fucking way. I go fucking crazy. I go crazy just by one day of being at home, and I'm like fucking stuck there, and I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm done, dude. I need to go outside.
There's also other reasons you wouldn't last in prison, but we're not going to go into that.
Oh,
Because
I'm
you
not made
would-
for prison.
Yeah, no, something tells me you might be. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you would.
You mean
love
in the
prison.
service industry in the prison, Mingo?
Bro, you're
You're not getting paid, but you'll get a new
you'd be making
nickname.
somebody a lot of cigarettes.
Fuck no, dude. No, that's why everyone tells me like, Manny, you're not made for prison. I'm like, fuck no, dude. That's why I stay out of trouble.
You'd be getting somebody cuts straight to the front of the lunch line with the best cut of meat. You know what I mean?
Holy shit, dude. I'm going straight to fucking Mexico, and if they ever fucking try to put my ass in prison, dude, fuck that.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Go to prison in Mexico, fucker.
Fuck that. That's even worse, I heard, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
my God.
fuck no.
Yeah. You
Me
would not
confirm
make
it.
it. But, dude,
Yeah, it's
Like-
stressful, dude.
okay, so I live with my two sons live with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so them apart, we get along just fine. Like me and Sebastian, we were laughing our asses off the other day in the caddy. We went to go do something for my sister.
Yeah.
And on the way back, he hates TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
And we were talking and he said something and I hit a fucking TikTok dance for her real quick. Like, you know what I mean? Just-
While he was driving, I've never wanted to risk my own life by stabbing someone so bad.
Because he was doing that TikTok dance or
Yeah,
what, dude?
he did one beat of it, and I was like, we could crash right now, and I'd be okay with it. Like, we could crash and die a fiery death, and I'd be fine.
Fuck that. You really hate TikTok, huh, dude?
Yeah.
But we laughed for a long time. Like, it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not bad. Even the time that we spend together.
Yeah.
But again, separately, we're fine.
Yeah.
Me and Milo, we'll laugh, we talk, whatever,
Yeah.
and everything's cool.
Yeah.
But when it's me and the two of them, all fucking vidate.
Why?
Because
What's
it's
going
like World War III for everything.
It's the characters don't do a mix and match.
Yeah, they just don't get along.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Sebastian's
Yeah.
older and wants respect, and Milo's younger and thinks he doesn't have to give shit to nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah, it's like oil and vinegar, dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't mix
I
for
think you
shit.
mean oil
dude.
and water.
Yeah, oil
Oil and water.
Oil and vinegar makes
Oh, it does
pretty
make,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, they mix very well.
No, I'm like,
I
I like
think
that
that's
with my
called a
sister.
vinaigrette, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice.
It's a salad dressing.
and- oh, you put
Tastes
that-
fantastic.
On bread?
Yeah, you put that with a little freshly crushed black
Pepper?
pepper.
Ooh, shit.
Good.
Well, they put that at the Italian restaurants where they give you little pieces of bread to dip it onto. That's just
Yeah,
bomb,
they just
too.
put olive oil.
Yeah,
in
it's
that
just
fresh-
oil.
that's
You
bomb.
are all over the place with your oil right now.
No, I'm like that with my sister. The the older one, not Marcy, but the other one.
You have another sister?
Yeah, another one. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, her and I bump heads, dude.
Really?
Like, well, back then when we were growing up, like there's no fucking way we could live together. Now it's chill. Maybe they grow out of it, dude. Because we did. You know what I mean?
I hope so. Because me and my brother, they moved, and my brother was like 8, I think.
Yeah.
And so I was like almost 20 when they moved.
Yeah.
And I met.
What?
And well, he was the baby. So and he was the so they treated him like the baby. Like he got away with fucking everything.
Spoiled.
Y me daba, pero oh man, like me daba like calambre in the back of my neck, bro, when he'd be around.
Really?
Yeah, like he irritate the shit out of me.
Oh shit, dude.
And he would do the kind of shit que te picaba.
Yeah.
And then because he was younger, he'd turn around and say that it was you doing it.
Yeah.
And then you'd get yelled at.
That's the story of my fucking life, right there.
Because of your situation.
That bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
the story of my life.
But it's always like that, because I was like that with my brother.
Yeah.
My brother was older, and he would always take the heat from me. And I would just sit
he
there and
wouldn't.
laugh.
He wouldn't take it for you. You'd force it on him.
Yeah,
Fucker.
well, that's what yeah. And he
Don't
would
try
be
to
like-
sugarcoat that shit.
No, dude, I think it's just the way it is when you have a younger brother, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just funny, but yeah, dude, sometimes you want to kill each other too. You know what I mean?
So, but now me and my brother have, for the most part, we have a better, different relationship. We understand each other better, and
yeah.
I had to check him one time about doing shit, and I was like, hey, dude, I don't talk to you that way. I don't fuck with you that way. It's because shit gets out of hand, and me and you don't need to have that kind of relationship. That's not going to be okay. Mom and Dad don't want us to be like that. I'm not going to do that to you. Please don't fuck with me like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we're cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then after that, we've been
Been cool.
every once in a while, like like he gets in his moods, but so do I. I know
Yeah.
I get that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we all get that way, dude. You know what I mean? There's good days and bad days. You know what I mean?
So I can't imagine people that are like if I was still married, like to their mom.
I think she'd be dead.
Holy shit, bro!
Shit, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck that, man.
yeah. Like it would. Yeah.
It's this tension, dude. Like, especially now, dude, because you have to be at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to be with each other. You're there 24/7. Thank God for me. Like, I'm at work. You know what I mean? At least 3 or 4 days out of the week. But my roommate's at home all fucking day. You know what I mean? And it's fucking horrible.
Can I say something to you? I don't know how you do it living with her.
Yeah, dude, it's not easy.
I mean, I know that she worked with us or whatever. And
Yeah.
she's a different kind of person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it amazes me that. I mean, how do you guys get along when you're at home all those days?
Well, to be honest with you, it's the last couple of days have been pretty rough, dude. Because before all this shit happened, she had a full-time job. I was there, and I was able to just have my private time. Have the house to myself, no big deal. Now that she's there 24/7, dude, it's and it's not even me because, like I said, I'm at work sometimes.
Yeah.
But when I get home, I feel the tension. You know what I mean? Like, cause she's stuck there all fucking day.
So she's sitting there stewing on whatever she's got going on in her head all day.
It's
And
kind of
you're
like
the
how
punching bag that walks through the door.
exactly. It's kind of like how you explained that to me a while back when you were with your ex, and that she would already have this whole fight in her head.
Yeah,
and you just got home and you're like, what the fuck? You know?
You
what I
know
mean?
what's shitty?
Yeah.
Is she didn't only do that with him. She did
did
that
too.
with us too, the kids.
Are you serious, dude?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And you could tell.
She had all that pent up.
Because every response,
Yeah.
Was
no
ready.
matter what, was right there.
Oh, so she had answers to all
Yeah.
your fucking throwbacks, right, dude?
Right, because what happens is people like my ex-wife, and there's a couple of, like he's done it too. Like he'll get it, and when he hold on, dude, I haven't. It's like you're just throwing it at me right now. I'm not gonna have answers for you.
Well, because here's my problem. And I explained this to them the other day because we had gotten in a fucking debate, right?
Yeah.
I was not in a mood when I woke up that day.
Yeah.
And the third party,
Okay, I
third
get
party,
it.
irritated me. But the way that he works is he won't fucking stop. Once he sees that there's a weak spot, he's going to dig his finger in it until he's all the way through.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he digs at you until he gets you so that
Worked
you're so
up.
discombobulated
Yeah.
because you're trying not to fucking blow up that you're like almost gonna get into a fucking spaz. You know what I mean? Like literally, like you're gonna go and have a fucking seizure trying to keep yourself from fucking whomping him.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
But he finds that shit funny, and that's why he does it. Yeah. So he pisses me off, and when I'm pissed off, my anger snowballs.
Yeah, dude.
So once one thing irritates me, every little fucking thing throughout the rest of the day, unless I have a nap and some food, is gonna irritate the fuck out of me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Luckily, we were right in the middle of making food.
Yeah, that day.
So so I had food. I sat in my room. I let the fucking anger steam off of me, and we're okay.
Yeah.
But he keeps fucking pestering and doesn't give a shit that is pissing you off. He likes it.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah,
that's rough, dude.
So my ex-wife used to, she'd come at me and she'd throw. Well, I don't know. Nothing ever throws you for a Lulu. You always have an answer for everything. Yeah, but you know what? You've been sitting at home stewing on it all day, and you've had this fight at least 4 times in your head.
Yeah.
So you think you have all the answers, and you've already been through it already, and you think you're right. Yeah. You need to give me an opportunity to digest what you said, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you what's really going on.
Yeah. She in her head, she already won the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's already had it out.
Yeah.
It's like Doctor Strange in Infinity War. She saw the 14 million ways that it was going to go down.
Yeah, right? And I die in every one of those, by the way.
So it's a win-win for her, right?
Yeah, and that was the thing, dude. It was like, well, why do we even have to argue? You already had all the argument. Just tell me what the end result is, and
we can call it a day, right? Yeah. You know, we can call it a night.
What the fuck I got to get angry for? You already had all the fights.
Especially when you come home after work, dude. You're tired. You know, you want to fucking lay down, watch TV, dude, relax.
And here's one of the things that she never understood, and, you know, I would go in at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Damn. Fucking early.
I'd get up at 4 o'clock. I'd get up, get ready. I'd leave for work. Yeah. Right? At 5 o'clock, I'm there. We're getting stuff ready. We're talking about what we're going to talk about, making sure that everything's where we need it to be, produce whatever we had to get ready for that day's show. Right?
Yep.
And then we go on, and for 4 fucking hours, bro, I shit you not, 4 hours, there was 4 phone lines on all morning long. Like, people were just calling all morning long. And you're sitting there and you're talking to people all day.
Yeah.
And you have to, like, you have to be so on point because you have a song on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's 3.5, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
At the longest.
Yeah.
Now you got to get ready to play what's going to go in between that song and have the next song ready to go.
Yeah.
While you're recording, listening, answering questions, and listening to the radio in one ear to make sure that you're on the air and nothing's screwing up.
Yeah.
So you're hyper vigilant for 4 hours.
Yeah.
You're on your toes.
You're on it all afternoon.
Right.
Yeah.
So by the time I get home, and then after that, I'd have to go in and sit with my boss for 2 hours while we review the tape that we just made.
Fuck, dude.
So he's telling, oh, well, this break you should have done this. Well, yo, you missed that. Or when that girl said that, you should have done this. Or you totally missed that. Yeah. Like, well, fuck, dude.
You're exhausted, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking
so
done.
By the time I got home, I didn't want to fucking talk.
You're talking out to her.
I'm going to go take a fucking nap.
Yeah.
By the time I got home, she'd been up for 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And hey, dude, give me 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, let me wash the station off of me for a second.
Yeah.
Just let me
Yeah.
gather myself. I'll be good. Just give me
a break.
Man, I walk in the door.
Bam.
Here we go.
Hey, Fight City.
Accurate.
Hey, let's go here. Let's go. Oh, so and so wants us to come for dinner. Dude, I want to fucking go hang out with nobody.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah,
I said, because we're gonna fucking go there, and it's gonna be questions about fucking radio. They're gonna ask for fucking Disney passes. They're gonna ask for CDs. I don't fucking want to go and deal with that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love my listeners, and I love all that shit. I love the interaction.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a point at which when you leave work, because, and I used to tell this to people, oh, hey, you got any CDs in your car?
No.
Hey, well, when you leave your job here at fucking the hamburger joint, do you leave with the bag of fucking
hamburgers and cheeseburgers?
So when you tell people where you work and they ask you for one, you provide it?
Right,
no, it's the same thing,
bro.
Yeah,
you got CDs? Like, no, dude, I'm in radio, but I don't have fucking CDs all over the place.
But I do have some mixtapes in the bag. Let me go grab one for you real quick.
I only got a few, too.
Like,
holy shit, dude.
Tapes and T-shirts, dude, all the time.
Yeah.
So I started carrying a box in my trunk.
Just in case?
Just in case, dude.
Yeah,
It's like, here.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy.
No, yeah, dude. It's because I feel like, and that's the crazy part because at that point, it wasn't during these times when we had to be in quarantine. Like, you guys weren't even there.
Yeah.
It was just fucking bad in that situation.
Right.
Like, can you imagine adding quarantine on top of that, dude? Where you
Again,
actually had to
I think
be
she'd
there?
be dead.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. That's some fucking crazy, gnarly shit, dude. Because I'm telling you, even now, like I'm telling you, like with my roommate, I'm not there. Luckily, I have work, and I go to work and come back home. At least I'm not there for like 8-9 hours, whatever the case is. But fuck, man, when I get home, I feel the tension, dude. I'm like, dude, and I feel like saying, like, dude, get the fuck out of the house, do something. You know, I mean, fucking, you're stuck here for a month and a half already.
You had
don't
your
do
alone
shit.
time all day while I was at work.
Yeah.
Please fuck off so that I can have mine.
Yeah, I want to fucking go lay down in my room, relax, you know, chill. And dude, just dude. Yesterday she's fuck, man. I couldn't fucking stand it.
So hold on,
Yeah.
dude. You're a pretty laid back cat, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't think that even, I mean, working with you and knowing you outside of work,
Yeah.
I don't see you being a person that asks a lot of, especially somebody that you're renting a room from, that you would be like
Yeah.
above and beyond. Like, it just doesn't. It doesn't add up. Why would she be mad at you? Like, what?
Well, because I think that her experiences with men, she's been spoiled, right? In the sense that they treat her they treat her like a princess.
So you tell her no.
I tell her no.
Okay.
So
Good.
she snaps.
Good.
So the thing is that since she's been spoiled with her exes, like they do everything for her, they buy her everything, they've done all that shit for her. She does that with me, or she expects that from me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And even though we're not doing anything, it's just we're roommates. I guess she feels like entitled because I'm a dude and she's a woman, and she feels like I owe her something. You know what I mean? Like, I owe her something, and it's like all the time that way. You know what I mean? So like yesterday, she was asking me for a favor for a fucking something that I sold her, and it wasn't to her likings what I sold her, and
But she saw it before you sold it to her.
Say
Right?
y'all
Yeah.
live together. How?
yeah, well, yeah, dude.
I can't stand stupid entitlement.
Well, I'll tell Sebastian the story because he hasn't heard it.
Right.
So basically, what happened
Ooh, yay,
was
entitled people. Let's hear it.
so what happened was I have a TV in my room, and one day we were just talking, and then I'm like, I want to sell my TV or whatever, and the last thing I want to do is sell a TV or anything to one of the things that I've learned is never sell electronics or cars to friends or family, dude. Never.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's just, you know, if something happens, they're gonna come at you and be like, hey,
Yeah.
how come this, how come that, right? Or your neighbors. So anyway, I have a TV in my room. I was selling it, and we were talking. I said, hey, I'm gonna sell my TV, and she's like, oh, I'll buy it from you, right? So I was like, you know, and inside my instincts were like, dude, don't sell it to her. You know what I mean? Because she's gonna come up with something to, you know, fuck with you with. But I was like, you know, at the same time, I was like, well, fuck it. You know, the TV is good. It works. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. You know, I'll sell it to you. So I sold it to her.
Against your better judgment.
Against my better judgment. And
Well, if it works, why were you buying a new one?
well, because I
He
wanted a
said,
bigger...
you got me. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I wanted a bigger TV. I was thinking of a bigger TV. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
that's why you buy TVs.
Yeah, I wanted a
After
bigger
you
TV
have
for the
ones that
room.
still work.
And not only that, but...
We're buying a 70 year shortly.
Who's
or
this
80.
we?
Well, here's the thing. It's because my room gets hot, dude, right? And so one of the things that she told me is, well, because your TV is big and it throws out a lot of heat. And I was thinking to myself, at first I was thinking, well, maybe I should downgrade to a smaller one. I sell this one, get a smaller one. But I don't think I can go smaller than a 55-inch, dude. I was like, fuck.
Right.
And then I got a good deal on a 60-inch, so I was like, well, fuck it, I'm going to buy this one, right? So long story short, I sold her that one. And ever since I sold her the TV, it's been nonstop nagging about the fucking TV. Manny, I don't know how to work the controller. Oh, Manny, the screen doesn't work.
Here's
oh,
the
Manny,
owner's manual, bitch.
Oh, Manny. Oh, man. And I'm like, dude. And I'm being a nice guy. Like you're saying, I'm laid back. I'm cool with it. You know, like, all right, cool. I'm accommodating. You know, I was like, okay, man. Like, what's up? What do you need? Oh, this and this. All right, cool. I figured out for her. Cool. Oh, thank you. I'm like, cool. An hour later, hey, Manny, can you come to the room again? I'm like, okay, what's up? Hey, this and this and that. I'm like, all right, cool. I
She's like
fix
a
it.
grandparent.
Yeah, it's like, all right, you know, I'll fix it.
Did you forget to set the menus in Spanish?
Well, that's what she needed, right? And so anyways, so it went like that for like 2 or 3 days, right? So last night, I was done. So basically, last night I got
You
home
weren't.
from work.
I would have been done the first fucking question.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
okay,
dude.
I'll take my TV back. Like,
Yeah, no, I should have, but here's the thing. So, and like Mingo said, I'm a laid back dude. I'm cool. I'm like pretty chill about everything. But last night I got home from work and I was fucking tired. I go to my room. I lock myself in my room. I lay down. I'm fucking watching TV. I'm trying to fall asleep. She texts me. She goes, "Manny, can you come to the room, please?" And I was like, was like, all right, what? You know what I mean? I go to the room, and
You were hoping she was going to be there naked.
At least, you know what I mean? Give me something, you know what I mean? I'll be I'll tolerate it. You know what I mean? If that was the case, you know what I mean? But no, it was obviously something about the fucking TV, and she's like, oh, this and this and that. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, look, dude, I'm like, you have to know how to work this TV. You know what I mean? You got to learn it. You know what I mean? And she goes, well, it doesn't work right or whatever. And all this other bullshit. And I was like, look, dude, worst case scenario, you buy yourself a Roku. Like, you know, it's like that little stick that, you know, helps you download apps and shit. And that way you don't have any problems with the TV's apps. You know what I mean? Because it kind of kicks you out because I never used the apps on the TV. I used my PlayStation.
Right.
So I never had any issues with the TV because those apps don't really work. You know, it's an older TV. So I go, dude, worst case scenario, I told her, buy yourself a Roku and you won't have any problems. That way you can just fucking use the Roku and you won't have any problems at all. It won't kick you out of the apps. And she's like, well, why don't you buy it for me?
Because you own the TV.
And I looked at her and I'm like, yeah.
I just I rolled my eyes so far into the back of my head, I looked at my brain.
So I looked at her and I was like, what? So it goes back to what we were talking about. She feels entitled. She feels like I owe her something. And I looked at her and I'm like, I'm not buying you no fucking Roku. I'm like, that's for you. This is your TV. You know what I mean? Like, you figure this shit out. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to my room, dude. I'm tired. I went to my room, and like 2 minutes later, she starts texting me saying, Manny, I'm sorry, this and this and that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. Like, nah, fuck that, dude. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your husband. I'm not here to fucking take it up the ass from you. It's not like we're fucking, so it's like I'm not going to give you shit. You know what I mean? Right. It'll be different if we were, because then I'd be like, well, cool. I'm getting something out of it. Right. You know, not to sound like a dick, but, you know, it is what it is. Right. If you feel like you want to be entitled to something, well, give me something in return. You know what I mean? It's a two-way street.
Give me the fucky, you get a Roku.
Yeah. Right? But, nah, dude, I was like, I'm done, dude. Like, that shit fucking pissed me off. And I told her, look, I'm out of here, dude. Like, I told her, I'm going to fucking leave. I'm going to give you, like, at least a couple months for you to figure your shit out. You know, you can rent the room, whatever, but I'm done. And then, you know, obviously she starts texting me. It's like, I'm sorry, you know, why are you doing this? Like, why are you leaving? And I'm just like, yeah, that kind of shit. You know what I mean, dude? Yeah. But what I was telling you, it's this whole fucking mindset of entitlement. Like, you know, a lot of women have this, and I'm sorry to say, but a lot of women have this fucking sense where they feel like you owe them something. You know what I mean, dude?
I think, you know what? It's really a sign of the times, and it's. I would hate to be Sebastian's age or Milo's age at this point. Yeah. Because the world is fucking weird enough.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Yeah. With nobody having like a real sex, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's
that whole thing is bullshit too.
Yeah. Wait, which is a real sex?
Yeah.
I never heard of. What is that like?
Like there's not boys and girls. There's boys. There's girls. There's trans.
All that weird shit's going on. Yeah. Okay.
If you have a vagina, you're a girl. Yeah. And if you have a penis, you're a boy.
Yeah.
Period. All there is to it.
Even at this point, I don't care if you're trans, because you're at least one of the fucking two.
Yeah, right? At least you're trying. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I'm choosing one. Please, just let me get there. You know what I mean? Fuck, whatever. But...
oh, shit, dude.
But, like, you know, all this, and...
we're about to hurt some feelings.
All this bias and all this bullshit. Like, look. Ladies, we understand that for a long time you weren't treated with the respect that you wanted to have, or the respect that you thought that you should have, and that you were smarter and you were more value than just staying at home and being a stay-at-home mom. And we know that there were certain men in the world that did some shit to some women and kind of created this path for you ladies to decide that you wanted to be empowered and that you wanted to be equal and that you wanted to do all of this shit that men do. Mm-hmm. I get that.
Sebastian's face.
I'm just getting ready.
However, you're not. You're not equal. We're not.
No. Okay.
Because you can make babies, you can have children, and we can't. I get that.
Yeah.
But you can't have them without us.
Right.
First of all. Yeah. Second of all, you know, it's women that were in higher powered or in upper positions that created all of this movement about we should get paid equally because we do the same job men do. we could do the same thing that men do.
Yep.
But that's not always true.
No.
And that's not always true as you trickle down into the labor field.
Yep.
Because women can't do physically. For the most part, there are some ladies out there that are a little more on the
Butch side.
man side that can get some shit done. Yeah. And I'm not saying that you can't and that it's always like that.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But don't be afraid to be a woman.
Ah, beautiful.
Don't be afraid to be feminine.
Fucking
now,
Manny.
Now here but here's
it's true though, it's true.
But here's the fucked up part about it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's confusing.
Yeah.
And it's confusing for men because there's, you want to take a woman out, and women say, oh, well, I don't let a guy pay. I go halfers with him on the first date because I don't want there to be any expectations. Okay. Well, those fucking days of there being expectations because I buy you dinner are fucking long gone.
Yeah.
And it's long gone because of the fucking fear of he touched me, I said no, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It could happen days later that you decided that you said no or that you remember that you said no.
Yeah.
All that and that twist, and not that there's men that didn't do it. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah. What I'm saying is that led to a lot of this change. Yeah, and this change in value. Yeah, there's no value to being a man anymore. Yeah, because women made it such a negative thing to be a fucking man. Yep. And there's so many women on Facebook and
toxic masculinity
on TikTok that talk about. There's a lot of them on TikTok, and they're even the young girls are like, "Hey, where are the fucking real men at?"
Yeah, you guys killed them.
Yeah. You guys took their fucking balls. They're all in jars somewhere.
They're in jail for false rape accusations.
A lot of them
said that.
Am I wrong?
No, you're probably right.
But we got to figure out the middle of the road.
I just men have to be men, Mingo.
Because you can't.
We can't be.
I know, dude.
Because you can't be the man of the house. Yeah. If your woman's telling you what to do.
Yeah, and she's trying to be the man of the house too.
You can't have one thing that kills a relationship is respect. If you have a woman, a lack of respect, better said. Yeah. Like if you go out with your old lady somewhere, right? Yeah. And somebody's gonna have a problem with me saying old lady. It's a term of endearment. I didn't say old. I said old. Old lady. That's your old lady. Yeah.
OL.
That's my ride or die. Like if you're my old lady, we're in. Yeah. We're in till the end. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's all that means. It's just a term of endearment. Yeah. Don't email me about bullshit.
And what you're saying right now, Mingo, goes to show how we have to watch what we say. You know,
I've apologized.
I've listened. You've stopped 4 times already.
Yeah, you did, dude.
To backtrack and save your fucking ass.
Yeah. Well, because
that's what this fucking era has brought upon.
That's right, dude.
I'm not talking shit. This is the era that has been brought upon us.
Yep. And that's the fucked up part. And it's everywhere. And it's not just like Dave Chappelle did that fucking special. Yeah. And he said it was he did a joke about
chivalry.
About the lesbians that picked him up or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hear that one.
There was a trans in the back, and
there's a trans in the there's a gay dude up front. Yeah. There's a lesbian in the back and a trans in the back, and then they go to pick up a pans. I can't remember the rest of the joke, but it's fucking hilarious because it's true.
Right, and it was funny, and people laughed, and everybody's having a good. But comedians can't even go out and say what they want to say anymore because they get fucking bashed for it.
Oh yeah, they have to watch what they're saying.
There's so many fucking hate groups about everything. Yeah. Well, fuck hate groups. I hate you. How about that?
Right.
You know what I mean? And not just you. I hate everybody equally.
Let us be who we are. Yeah. People talk the way they talk. Yeah. And it's just you can't stop people from being people.
Yeah.
People sure as shit are trying.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, and I'll tell you why, because of the fucking lawsuits too, dude. That's why. Right. You know what I mean? Because of lawsuits and fucking these laws and regulations. Now you can't say certain things. You can't do this. You can't do that. I get it. Like you were saying earlier, you know, I'm not talking shit. Like we're saying, oh, it's okay to go and fuck women up and, you know, rape them, and that's ridiculous. Whoa. No, watch. You know, don't do that. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying
public service announcement. Don't do that.
Don't do that. But what I'm
We
saying
do not
is,
condone the beating or raping of women.
yeah.
Or men.
Because we love women. We love women. I love women, dude. You know what I mean?
All day, every day.
Yeah, I love them. They're beautiful. I love women. Okay, but here's the thing: let men be men. Let this feminist movement stop, and women need to be more feminine.
See,
They
and
need to
that's
go
the
back.
fucked part.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on to that now.
All right, let's see.
Because feminism used to have a different definition.
Yeah.
Feminism used to just be about equality. Women just wanted the same shit that men did. They wanted to be the same as men, seen equally.
Right.
Now, feminism has taken on a different definition.
Yeah.
Feminism is now shitting on men because they're men.
Yep. Pretty much, dude. Pretty much. And you can't be a man. You know what I mean? Like how we were talking earlier. You had to stop yourself 4 or 5 times right now because you're like, I don't want to offend.
And
Right.
you stopped
Anybody.
yourself too.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
Because it's so ingrained in our brains now. You know what I
Right.
mean, dude? Like now I have to watch what I'm saying. You know?
You just can't go out and just say it
Yeah.
because somebody's gonna fucking call you on the carpet.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
And then what?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, dude. That's.
I mean, let's be honest about it. If somebody called us out
yeah.
on some shit we said,
Yeah.
and we ended up on fucking
TMZ or like
TMZ.
TMZ
fucking
or something.
Oprah or some bullshit, like, you know what I mean? Like asking us about.
I think it's a good sign if we're on Oprah.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good sign if we're on TMZ or anywhere else.
Oh,
I don't give
yeah.
a fuck.
It's a good sign if we're on local news. Fuck.
Fuck yeah, dude. All publicity is good publicity.
So let's say we got pulled on to some national broadcast because we said some shit that was unpopular to
Let's
a
be-
small group.
Let's be realistic. It was probably me that said it.
Okay, so Sebastian,
Sebastian.
we're fucked.
Pretty much.
I mean, that would be the thing. Like, we would have to sit down and say, okay, well, if you're going to be on the newscast,
Yeah.
this is what they're going to try to dog you about.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't think that we'd let him go by himself. It would be all three of us.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm not going on without the rest of the Madhouse. Are you fucking kidding me? You fucks are in it with me.
We're like, good job, Sebastian.
Yeah. Good luck. Let us know how it works out.
And then I grab you by the wrist and pull you out with me.
Holy shit, dude.
But it's one of those things. Like, okay, well, now you're on the fucking spotlight, and they're saying, "Hey, Jackwagon, you said some shit that people don't like."
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, fuck. But the rest of the world didn't seem to have a problem with it. What's your fucking point?
Yep. Yeah.
It's my fucking opinion.
Yeah. And again, there goes to that. We
What
can't even base
happened-
our own
yeah.
opinions
Yeah.
now. You know what I mean, dude?
What happened to the First Amendment, my freedom of speech?
It's going away, just like the rest of the Constitution.
Yep, pretty much.
You know what I mean?
Those amendments sure are dwindling away on
Yeah,
you.
they sure
pretty
are.
much.
Except for the ones about taxes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit,
they're
dude.
adding on
Yeah, I
that
was going
shit.
to say, those
okay.
ones are getting bigger.
But I think that all of that shit is all scrunched together
Yeah.
in a big fuck bag
Yeah,
of
dude.
just stupidity. Like,
Bullshit and fuckery.
yeah, it's just like, hey, ladies, okay, look, we understand that you want to be equal. There's certain things that you should be equal at,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, you're a fucking human being,
Of course.
right?
Of course.
And you should be treated as so.
Yep.
And there may be some shit that happened along the way because of a man's lack of disrespect that
You mean
made
lack
you
of
be where you are.
respect?
Oh yeah, lack of respect. Sorry.
That was a double negative.
Yeah, good catch. Good catch. Lack of respect that made you have those kind of feelings.
Yeah.
And we as parents fucked up too, because our parents, if they called us from the principal's office and said, "Hey, fucking little Mingo was out of line today and was saying some bullshit to somebody," and okay, did you spank him? No, go ahead. I'll be there to pick him up after school.
Yeah.
And then, if you got an ass whooping in school, guess what?
Yeah,
When you
ass
get
whooping at
home,
home.
you're going to get an ass whooping.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
yeah.
guaranteed you're not going to do that shit anymore.
Oh fuck no, dude. Fuck no.
But instead, these people go to school. Nobody's putting their hands on my kid. And then they make excuses for their child to be assholes,
yeah.
and then wonder why we have the fucked up world that we have.
Yeah.
See,
dude.
and then the zero tolerance bullshit at school, which is
What's that?
no, like it doesn't matter who
If you
swung
started it.
first or if it's self defense.
Yeah.
Anybody that's involved in the fight is getting suspended.
Oh, that's some bullshit right there, dude.
So if I'm getting hit by some big dude and I hit him back, I'm getting suspended too.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
I told him, I said, go ahead, get in a fight, dude. And have them call me.
I almost did.
Dude.
When they were living up north, I said, you call me.
Yeah, dude.
Don't let them call your mom. Have them call me.
So if you're getting bullied, some guy's smacking the shit out of you, and you had enough, and you fucking punch him.
Because no teachers come to rescue you like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And all the kids now with their fucking stupid ass cell phones recording it instead of saying, hey, dude, stop fucking doing that. You're going to get suspended because you defended yourself?
Yep.
Yeah. That's some fucked up shit. Dude.
Right?
Yeah.
What kind of signal are you sending to your children?
Fuck. I don't know, but it's a fucked up signal, dude.
It's straight out of a book set in a dystopian society, which is you can't defend yourself.
Yeah.
Like the first thing in the Declaration is of Independence. For those of you that don't fucking know, you shouldn't be here if you don't know what it is. The first thing is when you feel that ties with somebody should be disconnected, they should be. And defend yourself and abolish what you find wrong.
Yeah.
And now at school, they're telling you, hey, you can't defend yourself. You can't hit that kid, even though he's beating the fuck out of you.
Holy shit.
You get to stay home now because you decided to defend yourself. What kind of a message does that send?
I told them both. I say, you defend yourself, and you call me, and I'll go talk to the principal. Don't you worry.
Fuck.
We'll all end up to jail together.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mom was mad because I was going to get in a fight. Some kid was threatening to fight me. And I called him, and my mom was pissed that I called him and didn't talk to her. I was like, I don't give a fuck. You're gonna tell me to run to my car as fast as I can and drive home.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna go to school looking like a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to school looking like the one that's got a bloody knuckle and a black eye because I got in a fight
And
to
you
defend
defended
myself.
yourself.
Yeah,
That's
because
right, dude.
if you would have done that exact
Plan
opposite,
A.
and you would have gone and ran to your car and gone home, the next day somebody else would have been fucking bullying you. Somebody else would have wanted to fight you.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to. That's what they don't understand. Sometimes, you know what? You just like.
See? I'm not the only one that does it.
Oh, shit.
Sometimes.
Yeah, because it's frustrating, huh, dude?
Sometimes you just need to fucking smack a kid and get their attention, and let them know that, hey, it's not okay.
Yeah.
What you're doing and the way you're acting is not okay.
You're not allowed to walk all over me.
And you never. The problem is that, there's some men out there and there's some women out there that have done it, that they hit their child out of anger.
Yeah.
There's a difference between reprimanding your child and spanking them than there is beating your child.
Yeah.
Beating your child was, and always will be fucking wrong.
Yeah. Yep.
But allowing your child to be an asshole because you don't know how to parent will also always fucking be wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
So,
Fuck yeah. Timmy, don't do that.
Yeah. Little Jimmy, you're going to have a timeout. Little Jimmy, you're going to get an asshole if you don't fucking act
Little
right.
Timmy's going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
I mean, how
dude.
many times at work have I had to tell, yell
Yeah,
at little
people.
kids to go,
Uh-huh.
hey,
Yeah.
don't run around in here, sit down.
And then when you do it, the mom's like, oh, yeah, stop. It's
You either get that or you get the one that says,
Doctor.
don't fucking talk to my kid like that.
You know
Don't
what?
tell my kid what to do.
I've done that in Hayward, and I've done that here, and I've never had anybody
Tell you anything?
say anything to me
Well,
afterwards.
fucking look at you. No one's going to tell your ass no.
Right? Right? Fucking start throwing barrels of alcohol
right.
at it, right?
Yeah.
Shit, like they're like,
If I,
Grab their
if,
kids and throw it. Dong, dong, dong.
if I remember the Donkey Kong thing, I'd fucking hum it right now.
Dong, dong, dong,
shit, dude. Oh my god. dude. Oh, shit, dude. No one's ever told you shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dude, no one's ever told you shit since I've been there, dude. And it's because they're like, they know it's true. You know what I mean, dude?
Right, what are they going to say?
No, you can't tell my kids. Yeah, I can.
I told one lady, I thought I was going to get in trouble. This was when I was in my little pissed off era before I left. I told her, you want to borrow my belt?
Oh, you told her that?
Yeah.
Dude? Oh, shit.
Told her in Spanish. ¿Qué? Oh. And she made him go sit down. Fuck that.
Holy shit, dude.
Or they tell, oh, mira, el señor se va a enojar. The man's going to get mad. I have a
okay.
belt, mira. You want to see it?
Uh-huh. Damn.
And then go sit down.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was risky, but that's good, though, dude.
But you know what, dude? Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those things, and I've said it before, you have to teach people how to treat you. If you allow them to do that kind of shit whenever they go anywhere, whenever they come into the store, they're going to do that every time.
Every time.
And that's not okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like my life coach says, people will not do anything to you that you do not invite them to do to
Exactly.
you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's right.
Well, people will, but
Wait, how long have you been like you said you coach too, right?
I do relationship coaching.
Relationship coaching.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking the other day, dude, like this really, like I struggle with this, and I don't really know if I want to talk about it, but I'm
empathy?
going to. What?
Empathy?
No.
Oh, something else. Okay.
Yeah. Like, so when I got divorced from his mom, and Milo's mom, I've been single that whole time. Like I mean, friends here and there, you know what I mean? But never in a relationship. Never was in a place where I wanted one.
Yeah.
And the other day I was thinking about it, and I was like, I said for the first 5 years I was separated. It was because I didn't want, and part of this was the fear. I think part of it was that I didn't want somebody else coming into my life to where I couldn't go be with them when and if they needed me. Okay, make sense?
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't want anybody interfering in how I dealt with them and their mother.
Okay.
Because can I interject here real quick?
Yeah.
It's our fault? No, I'm just kidding.
Mingo's face.
I fucking got him.
He's like, hey.
I got his ass. He's like, no, it's not. You didn't see what I did there.
No,
it's not. No, it's not.
That's a good one, fucker. Wait till we get on the air. No, I'm just kidding.
Shit, dude.
And I was strong to that. I stuck to that because I didn't want any of that bullshit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, and I think that I started to figure that out later after the first 5-6 years, was that I think that like when I was with her, and I'll give credit where credit is due, because I used to do a lot of not shady shit, but I didn't do shit the right way to get the result that I was looking for. Okay. But I'd still get that result, and then sometimes things would pop up later to create an issue. Okay. Make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
We're going to do this shit the right way. Because we're not going to have anything come back and bite us in the ass, blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. So I stuck to that plan. Yeah. But I think at some point I became weak in my relationship.
You stopped being a man.
I stopped being a man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, it's true. It is what it is. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And... What, you want a recording of that?
No, there was a spider on the thing, so I wanted to kill it.
So I stopped being a man, and I allowed her to dictate a lot of the things that happened in our relationship. Yeah. And I kind of did because I felt safe in the fact that it was being done for the both of us, and I think I had no more will to fight. Yeah. First of all. Yeah. And then there towards the end, some of the things that happened weren't done the right way. Like I had a different plan to do it, to keep what was going on, to make things happen, and we weren't able to. Okay. Because she was pushing for something different. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And again, I was not strong enough to say, I did, but not strong enough. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that fear of me not being strong enough has kept me from being with somebody else.
I get you.
Because, to tell you the truth, after me and her separated, I've made more money and have made great decisions and have had wonderful things happen. Yeah. Been super blessed with all these things that have happened since I've not been with her. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I know in my heart of hearts that it was the right thing to happen for us to separate. And do our thing. Yeah. And I knew waiting long enough that my kids were going to come live with me. Yeah. It was just going to happen. Yeah. Nothing against her. Nothing bad against her. Or anything like that. It was just what was going to happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think that for a long time, for a long time, I've let that fear overpower me and keep me doing certain things that I shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, because you lost yourself in
Yeah.
that relationship.
And I think just now, I'm starting to refine and rebuild and reinvigorate
Yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'd say that she kept her hold on you for as long as she could, and then the second she lost the kids, it was over.
Well, right now it's a perfect time for you to get your masculinity back, Mingo. I see that in you. I can tell that that's coming around, like in the sense that you're doing whatever you want to do. You do what you do. Look at the things you built around your house here at the studio. I mean, you're doing things that a man needs to get done.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're focused on your mission, your purpose, your life. This is for you. And that's what a man needs to do, is focus on his mission, his purpose, and his goals in life. You know what I mean?
Right.
And once you get that part of your life situated, then you're welcoming somebody to come into your life. And I think that's what you're in. That's what the state that you're in right now.
It's
You know what
the
I mean?
rebuilding stage.
Yeah, dude. And
It took a long fucking time to get here.
hey, dude, my coach teaches his relationship coaching. He teaches people when they're 50, 60, 70 years old.
Really?
He coached people that are 50 years old. They're widowed. Their wife died or whatever, and they're out of the game. And he teaches them how to get back into it. They fucking lost weight. They've never been in the best shape of their life. They got their shit together. I mean, they start off at 50, even 55, 60 years old. So what I'm saying is it's never too late.
Right.
You're doing what you got to do now. You know what I mean? And I think that's awesome, dude. And I think that it sometimes it does take years for you to get back on track and do what you need to do. You know what I mean? It's never too late, dude. You know what I mean?
But that also plays into, that fear, and that's why I brought it up, just because it plays into the rest of the fear that we talk about as men about not being able to say certain things. Because when we were married, and I first started working there in Bakersfield, was right at the time where things were coming to where you couldn't joke, you couldn't fuck around, you couldn't hug people, you couldn't tell somebody how nice they looked that day.
Yeah.
So now,
because now it's considered sexual harassment.
Right.
Yeah.
But this was back, dude, 98, 99,
Oh,
when all this
shit.
shit first started, dude.
So it goes back then, too.
Oh yeah, dude. It started since back then.
Yeah. Well, once the feminist movements took off and it gained
the
traction,
new feminist movement.
the new feminist movement,
Yeah.
it started to gain traction,
Yeah.
like in the 90s. Because it started back in the, I think, 80s or 70s or 80s when women were like, oh, I want my rights, and all
Right.
that shit. And then the 90s just start to take off more and more. And in the 2000s, it just fucking blew. You know what I mean? So that's when probably around the time that you were already working and they were already implementing those laws and those regulations and those policies. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah,
You
and
don't
the
want
sa-
to offend nobody.
Well, and the same with Just Say No, right?
Yeah.
And then so it was like, well, fuck, dude, I don't know if I want to go out on a date with a chick, and then,
I was going to
Drink-
say something. I'm not going to say it.
Get served a couple days
Because we were
later.
talking about last time. Hey, look, okay.
well, right, because hold on, I'll say it. I don't give a fuck.
Statute of limitations. I
Someone
can say
get
it
to
now.
a fucking point.
We grew up in the era where her eyes say, or wait, her body, no, her eyes say, her mouth says no, but her eyes say yes, or her body says yes.
Yes. Keep going. Yeah.
Right.
I'm surprised you two aren't fucking jail, especially you.
Because they'll be like, oh, no. But at the same time, she's pushing her breast into your face.
And you're like, okay, well, that means yes to me.
Yeah, that's a fucking mixed signal, and I'm going to go with the one that's in my face.
Yeah. and
can't see no
and
doubt.
here's the,
I'm going to
here's-
go with the one that doesn't put me in jail.
Well,
see,
it's
but
because you grew up in a different era.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think even then,
No.
That was the... That
you
was the
should not have. Oh God!
No, what I'm saying is that when we were in those times, Bingo,
right.
we didn't worry about that shit because we didn't have all these fucking laws and regulations and shit. You know what I mean? I remember back in the days
DNA testing was a lot more scarce back then. Too,
That's
wasn't
true too.
it? You nasty fucks.
There's times too when and I've been with women, I'm grabbing them. They're like, "Oh, we shouldn't. Oh, we shouldn't. Not right now. Not right now." And then I pull back a little bit, like, okay, I back off a little bit,
And next thing you
And
know,
then
they're
you
taking
did her
off
in-
their own clothes.
and they're taking
And
off
then
their
you did
shirts
her
and
in
shit.
her parents' back seat.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So where do you draw the line there? You know what I mean? Oh, she said, but now even if she says, "Oh, I don't think so," now you gotta fucking be like, "Oh shit,
Right,
I gotta
get out.
get out of here," because then she's gonna fucking say that I raped her. You know what I
Right.
mean? And even if so, you can fucking walk out of there, and like a few days later, the cops are knocking on your door saying, "Oh, they said that you raped her." You know what I mean? And you're like, "What? I didn't do shit." You know what I mean?
It's like you almost got to have them sign a fucking consent form before we go
before
out.
you
Oh,
do anything.
Look, before we go out on a date,
Yeah.
just so that you understand, if you say this, or this, it means yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
No.
If you take off your shirts and put your titties in my face, that means you want me to fuck you, right? I mean,
Right.
I'm assuming. You know what I mean?
Safe to assume, right? We're all good on
We're all
that. We understand
on the
we're on the
same
same page.
Okay, but again, not to sound like
Crass.
that. Like, yeah, but what I'm saying
Evil,
is
dark.
and now you really got to watch everything. What you say, what you do. The way you move your hands, your gestures. That you got to watch everything now, dude. And you know what I'm saying? And that's what pisses me off, because now when you go on a date, you don't know what's right and what's wrong. You know what I mean? Back in that, I wouldn't think about shit.
Right.
Let's go have some fun. Let's go kick it. Let's go drink. Hey, you want to fuck? Let's fuck. Whatever. Now it's like, oh, does she want to fuck?
And
Should
like-
I not fuck her?
Like back then, I knew how to read signals.
now you can't.
Now you're like, well,
I don't know what that means.
yeah, wait a minute. That was a cursive signal. I know how to read cursive. Are you writing cursive, or was that just were you doing some fucking TikTok dance I don't know about? What the fuck's going on? You know what I mean?
Holy shit, dude. Oh man. I don't know, dude. These are fucked up times, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Sebastian, what? I mean, like, okay. So let's say you went out on a date with a chick.
Okay.
You guys went. You had dinner. You scored. So somebody scored you some alcohol.
Oh, cool.
You guys are parked up on 74 or
Yeah.
up the tram drive.
That's nice up there, dude.
Yeah.
Man, he's
And-
excited.
And you're sitting there having a little Limona, Bacardi, and Coke, right?
Ooh, shit. You're
Okay.
taking me back to the day.
Maybe you got her a fucking Mike's
shit.
Hard Lemonade. Or
Oh, the Zima.
yeah.
This is my story, man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's back to you.
Maybe you got her some of that White Claw. You know?
I will never support White Claw.
Oh, that's the new shit, dude. That's the millennial shit, dude. White Claw,
Right?
Holy shit.
And you guys are sitting there talking, and you have that fucking movie moment where you stop talking and you're looking at each other and you lean in for the kiss, right?
yeah.
Okay.
You guys are fucking sucking face for a minute. Natural curiosity of your hands, like you
Goes.
make a move and you grab her breast, right?
Okay.
And she seems into it.
Seems.
Well, like she hasn't said no yet, but you've
Yet.
had your tongue in her mouth for a while, so you're not sure if. And she hasn't moved or grabbed your hand or anything, right?
Okay.
What? Okay, so like, let's say, okay, so you grabbed her breast, right, and everything was going good, but all of a sudden she grabs your hand and takes it off. Do you continue to kiss her, or do you just stop grabbing her boob for a minute?
I think you stop. And because I'm the funny guy, it's like, too far? Too soon? Like, I'm going to make a joke. I'm going to make her laugh about it.
You know, okay.
That's who I am. Like,
That's good.
I
That's
don't
good.
like when shit is awkward. I can't
can't
fucking stand when shit is awkwardly silent. I have to say something.
Ooh, I like that fucking awkward silence.
Do you, Mingo?
I can't
yeah.
stand
Oh,
it.
I can't stand that. Yeah, I'm like him. I'm
Dude,
like,
you know how powerful that fucking silence is? If you could
shit.
just sit there and be fucking calm through it?
Well, yeah, but it's not like, if it's not awkward,
Right.
if it's a silence for silence sake, then it's fine.
Okay, so
But
so walk me through it. You would say what?
I don't, too far? Like, too soon?
Too soon?
What?
And
Where'd
then
I go
she-
wrong? Like,
where'd I
Yes,
go?
Did I
pointers. Give me
squeeze
pointers.
hard?
Yeah, right? I don't want to give you breast cancer.
So what if she said, "No, I just don't," and then leaned in and started kissing you again, and nothing ever?
Well, then
came?
that's the fucking sign.
Then you're good to go.
Yeah.
Even though she said no.
Well, she said no, but went back in.
Right. And then she drove
There's a
back in
difference.
herself.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's where the thin red line is.
She said no.
She said no.
And no means no.
And no means no.
Okay, but I grabbed for a while, right?
Yeah.
And she didn't take me off then.
Right.
Right?
And then my tongue, as you said, has been inside her mouth for however long.
Right.
She's clearly into me at that point.
Yeah. Now, see, that's the logical thing to think, right?
Right.
But she knows that she's into me.
Right.
Right. But
But-
we think like that because we're men.
Okay, but it
Exactly.
should be obvious that she is.
But not
She
to the
should
law.
know that.
Not to the law.
She should know that. We had a fucking date.
Yeah, yeah. But here's
Yeah.
here's the fucked up part. Here's the fucked up part. So she says, "Oh, I don't think we should." Right? Since she said no, technically you're like, she said no. I gotta get out of here.
Well,
right?
yeah. If you don't think we should, let me know when you're comfortable with it. Let me know when you
Right.
think we should.
But here's the problem
'Cause
with
I'm
these
not
with
gonna
these
take that
regulations
chance.
and policies
Go
because
ahead. Remember what you just said because I'm going to come back to it.
she
Okay.
starts kissing you again. Right? 3 days later, let's say you guys had sex. 3 days later, she says, "Hey, he raped me because I told him no." You see what I'm saying?
So
Right.
here's
That's
the thing:
where
is
the
I
problem
wouldn't
is.
have, because she told me no, that she was uncomfortable, that she didn't want to do it.
Okay.
Okay, now go back to
Okay.
what
So
you're saying.
okay. So, but here's the thing that you don't understand.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hear that.
Well, I'm just experience. So you're with the girl, and she's hot and bothered.
Mm-hmm.
You're hot and bothered. You're ready to fucking plow field, and she says, "Whoa, cowboy!" Right?
Okay.
So you stop,
Right.
and she says, "Hey, you know what? I don't know if I'm ready. Hey, you know what? That's cool. I understand. You want to hang out? Are you uncomfortable? You want me to take you home? However you decide to kind of play it at that point, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna jump on you at that point."
Mm-hmm.
Because she's going to say, "Oh my God,
Yes,
he
he cares."
respects me so much that he's willing to wait. I want it now. Take
I didn't realize I made the best fucking move. Saying the words, but I guess I did.
That's
I thought you were gonna come back with me in the negative way, but
No. That's
No.
because, like, let's say
he's like, "Quiz is over. You passed. That's the right answer."
hold on, everybody. I need to give my son a hug. No. So, like,
Whoa.
I said no. Okay?
I'm
clearly
saying,
fucking saying no.
I'm saying no now.
Holy shit, dude.
So, but like, let's say, like, it works even better, like, if it's a girl that you've been messing around with, and
Yeah.
you know it's only been kissing and all that, and you've been trying, and then all of a sudden, you know, you got a little closer, and she again says no. Then you stop and you say, "Okay, well, you know what? I better go. I understand that that's how you feel. I don't want to put you in a bad position. You know, I don't want to keep doing this to you. I don't want to make you feel bad. I'm gonna go ahead and go. And if you can leave without touching her, even because she's gonna come back and say, no, don't leave, stay. It's okay. We can. No, baby.
You told me no.
You're clearly not ready, and I understand. And I want to show you that I love you and respect you that way. I'm gonna go ahead and go. The next time you're with her, dude,
Don't turn around.
yeah, the next
No
time,
looking back.
don't turn around at all, dude. Just grab your nuts and walk out.
Yeah, dude.
The next time you see her, you better have like a 20-pack of condoms with you because you're having sex all night.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, that's for damn sure, dude.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's for damn sure.
That's the player move of a lifetime.
Yeah, and it's also the safe move nowadays.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, Mingo,
We did it for different reasons.
You
Yeah,
would
you
have back then. You would have turned around when
No.
she said, "No, come on back. It's fine."
I
You
would
would
have
have dove from the top.
I probably
fucking-
would have left the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have continued grabbing and
Right?
shit, dude.
Back then, be like, "Baby, you don't want to leave me like this." Like, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna hurt me.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Like, I
hey,
can't
back in the
even-
day, that's what hey, dude, if I would have fucking done shit now, like the way things are done now, back in the day, I wouldn't have fucking gotten laid, dude.
No.
You know, I back in the day, dude, like, things were growing, you know, like fucking drinking, we're having a good time, you know, I'm grabbing her, I'm touching her. She's telling me, well, I don't know if we could, I don't know if I should. I'm like, babe, it's okay, come on, you know, it's all good, like, you know, trust me, we're good. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. You know what I mean? All right, let's do it. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. That
Right.
was all right. You know what I mean? What's wrong with that?
Right.
You know, I didn't force myself on her. You know what I mean? But now she says, oh, I don't think we should. Now you better be like, all right, cool, I'm
There's
out.
this-
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You have to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because of all the shit that's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
Yeah, back then
Yeah.
it'd be a totally different. Then,
Yeah.
back then, that's when you had to have fucking skill of being
Yeah.
able to talk your way into it.
Into it.
They'd be like, "Look, baby, I understand, but you know what? If we do this, you got to know that this is something nobody can take away from us. This will be something that you and I have forever." They'll be like, "Oh my God, here, take it."
Yeah. Silver platter.
Right?
No, now
I
you
gave
can't-
myself chills.
Now you can't do that,
Wow.
dude. And that, I think that's our point, Mingo.
Yeah.
That masculinity is out the window now. We
Yeah.
can't do shit like that now. You know what I mean?
Dude, I was a great salesman back in the day, dude. You know what I mean? But like,
Don't call yourself a salesman like that.
Hey, it's true. That's what my life coach says. Also, he goes, "You don't get what you deserve in life. You get what you can negotiate."
Right. You get what you ask for.
Yeah, you get what you ask for. Yeah, and you got to negotiate. Everything in life is negotiation, Mingo.
Absolutely.
Yep, everything. You know, I'm sorry, but pussy's negotiation too, dude.
Yeah, it's give and take.
Yeah,
all day long.
And it's not like you're trying to. You're selling yourself. When you go on a date, you're selling yourself.
That sounds really wrong.
Yeah.
Well, but what I'm saying is, you know what I mean.
Right.
Like, you're like, hey, how's
Man's
it
like,
going?
I'm my own pimp.
Because but you know, we say that. Oh, that's wrong. You shouldn't say that because you're selling yourself like that. But then there's the women that say, well, he's not getting my pants unless he buys me dinner, give me some drinks. And if I'm buying the best thing,
pay my bills.
I'm gonna get the most expensive thing on this motherfucker.
And if you're lucky nowadays, you get a kiss in the fucking cheek when you fucking leave them. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, dude.
that was also like, you know, fucking Hollywood does this shit.
It does. I blame Hollywood too, dude.
Hollywood does this shit where you're supposed to take a girl out and you do this crazy shit that nobody's ever done, and she's just like, oh my God, and you guys sitting there talking, and the fucking moon's above you, and the airplane flies to fucking land above you, and you guys are talking, all of a sudden you stop, and there's that awkward silence as both of you, well, do I lean in first? Does he lean in? And then you guys lean in together, and you have this magical moment.
It's not like that.
It ain't fucking like that.
Hell no, dude.
I think that's happened like once in my life, right?
That's a fucking coincidence,
Right?
too, dude. Yeah.
And he hasn't seen her since that night.
You're right.
Yeah.
But
Those are good too. Those are good girls too.
But
shit, dude.
but then you have. But I got to the point where it was like, hey, you know what? I got so comfortable with what I was doing.
Yeah.
You picked them up and said, hey, listen, baby. You know, we're gonna go out and we're gonna be nervous and fumbling around with each other all night, thinking about that first kiss. Yeah. So why don't we go ahead and get that out of the way?
Yeah.
And then that way we can just have a nice, relaxed night and really get to know each other. Hey, you know what? That's a good idea. Bam, you're in.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the night is negotiating the rest of the terms for you to go home first thing in the morning, or you're not allowed to stay over.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Either way works. So you get some.
I'm just saying
dude.
that's what's, and it'll be interesting to see, like, when you start trying this kind of shit out, if that stuff still kind of works.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to.
No, dude.
Why?
Times are fucking way off, dude. That's the problem between our generation and back nowadays, dude.
Honestly, I think the big hurdle for you is going
great,
to be
here we
finding
go.
is going to be finding somebody that doesn't smoke weed.
Yeah.
Everyone smokes weed, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody. Yeah.
I mean, 420 is the fucking fundamentals of every date at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, I smoke it because I get anxiety.
I think I could do it. Just don't do it around me and don't do it at the house. Like,
You're smoking weed?
I don't know. Yeah.
Have a girl smokes weed? Nah, now
Or do
I
it like,
can't.
we'll have a designated room for you to do. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Does it turn off for you,
Yeah,
dude?
but yeah,
If I like her enough, then
Maybe.
then it won't matter.
I'll work my way around it. But fuck, if I like her enough, I might start doing it. I don't know.
Oh shit! That's the power of the
No,
pussy.
son, don't lose who you are.
Yeah,
Be
be
who
who
you
you
are. Don't let anybody,
Yeah.
woman or male, let them change who you are.
I
comes
had
the
a
empowerment part of the
ex-girlfriend. I
podcast.
just fucking was a big old pothead, dude, and that's a turn off for me now, dude. Serious shit. And I did it because I did it because power of the pussy. I
Right.
wanted to be around her.
Hey, dude, one fucking pussy hair will pull 4 tractors before it breaks.
Oh, that's
shit.
true. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I like that. I want to use that.
Shit
Holy
is true.
shit, dude. Yep, it's true.
There's a
man.
lot. I mean, men do stupid shit
Yeah.
for a vagina.
But dude, you fucking hit the nail on the head, dude. I do blame Hollywood because they put this.
You glamorize it.
Yeah, and then they make this thing where men have to do these grand gestures for women, and when in reality, that shit don't fucking work. Like if you know those cliches where the guy
too
grabs his
extra.
brand new fucking jacket and there's a puddle and he throws it on the ground so the girl doesn't step on the puddle.
Right.
You know what I mean? In
When
reality,
there's
if you
clearly
did
a path around the puddle.
right? And in reality, if you did that shit, your girl would be like, "You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
The fuck you do that for?" You know what I mean?
Expensive jacket.
I'm going that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
dude?
that's
around
just
it.
that's just like walking on the sidewalk and a girl being closest to the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you ask her to step on the inside, and she
Why?
won't know why.
Yeah, because that's just dead.
I always get told why. Because I
Really?
still do that.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, dude. They don't. Nobody's there to teach them that.
Yeah.
That's a lost thing. Opening a door for a female.
Oh yeah.
Is a lot. I can get my own door.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, then get your own fucking food. I'm going home.
Yeah. I had a lady tell that to my best friend. He opened the door for this old lady one day, and she's like, "I can get my own door." And he goes, "Oh, okay." He opened the door and he
And
fucking
closed
walked
it?
and closed it behind her.
I did that. I've done
like,
that
fuck yeah,
similarly
dude.
before.
Holy
She said the
shit.
same thing. I can get the door myself. It's like, well, go ahead.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
had her
going in.
walk in before me.
Holy shit.
It's ridiculous,
Yeah,
dude. Like,
dude.
I mean, even now, even the older women, like you guys are talking about, are these were things that they were taught. They implemented. Their era was the one that did it.
Yeah.
But their era was also the era that got to vote. So
Yeah.
What's
well,
the-
their
so
era
sad?
was also the
Rosie
the
the
dad,
Riveter and-
the dad leaving work, getting drunk, coming home and beating up mom. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's
Like,
true.
beating up everybody in the house.
Oh, shit, dude.
yeah, like that was, but it was those instances at home that created the pathway for this whole
generation.
bullshit. Yeah.
Dude. And I'm sorry, dude, but I know that a lot of people tell us like, oh, well, you got to move with the times and this and this and that. Because I've seen a lot of women in our age that are taking up those fucking nasty habits, dude, with the fucking Facebooks and the fucking Twitters and the fucking Instagrams and this and that. And don't get me wrong, I see that shit all day because it's entertaining.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when it comes to a relationship, if you're gonna be a girlfriend of mine, I don't want to see half your ass all the time on fucking Facebook and on
Right.
fucking Instagram, dude.
I'll tell you
You know
what.
what I
Wow, if
if,
it's on Facebook, you're a hoe.
that's true, too.
if I got into a relationship,
No.
I would get rid of my personal Facebook, and I would just have the radio station Facebook,
You would just get rid of your Facebook
my
completely?
Facebook. I'd shut it down.
Why? Because you don't want her to see the shit, or what?
No, because at that point there's no need to have it.
But what? Only you do that for yourself. But what if she doesn't take hers down?
Well, I think we would have that conversation. Hey, you know what? I think
we need to get.
just because a lot of people have it and a lot of people use it for the wrong kind of thing, and it
destroys
creates an entryway and it disturbs what we talked about that we want to do in life. I don't think we need that.
Yeah. No, and honestly, Mingo, 100%. I agree with you 100% on that. If you're gonna go with someone and you're dating somebody, you don't need social media in that sense. You don't need to fucking be posting, your pictures and your selfies and this and that all fucking day.
Right.
Because you do that, if you're a girl, because maybe you're trying to attract attention and blah blah blah.
Because if you're my old lady, I'm going to give you all the fucking attention you need. Yeah. You don't need to have somebody giving you, you know what I mean,
20,000 likes and shit like that.
Hey, babe, you look great today. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Hey, homie.
Yeah, that's my.
Let me holler at you right quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, now here's the problem with that, is that my generation, I know this because it's happened, is they want to be all over social media, and they want you to be all over social media with them.
Jesus, I don't know if I can do this shit like that, though, Mingo.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you something, Sebastian. If that's the case, then you have your own. Let her keep your own. Don't ever be Joto and get one together.
I'm offended that you think I would even
Think about that.
play around with that idea.
I know you're more of a man than that, but I wanted to make sure that I wanted to throw that out there, and because that's come on, that means at that point she's controlling the relationship, and she's marking her territory by having the two of you together on one.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm fine with taking pictures and you posting them, but the second you try to make Sebastian and that ain't gonna
and
happen.
who?
Whoever it is.
Yeah?
You tried. You tried, but I'm smarter than that.
Right? Well, that's good. That's good.
No, and I agree with that, dude. If that's the case, then have your own. Let her have her own, and then deal with that, because I can't deal with that, dude.
Yeah.
My girl's not gonna have. And I'm not trying to sound like a fucking machista or anything. I'm being real with it. I don't want my girl to have Instagram. I don't want my girl to have Facebook, because that to me it shows that you're trying to seek attention from somebody else.
Right, like I'm just your placeholder until you find what's next.
What's next?
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that might not be the situation, and she may think that that's not what she's doing, but to some degree, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Who hurt your guys' ego? Jesus.
Women, dude.
Yeah, right?
Jesus.
Have you not been paying attention for an hour and 5 minutes?
I think Mingo and I have been through a lot of relationships and a lot of women that we can understand what we want now in our futures, right, Mingo? That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Because I know what I want. You know?
Yeah, it's just, you grow up and you live life, and it's just like from being a kid, you touch the fire, you touch the stove when it's hot, you know not to fucking touch it again.
Yep.
Same kind of thing.
Yep.
You go through life, you live life in these relationships,
Yep.
and because there's no book and there's nobody that can tell you exactly what's going to work for you, you live life and you decide what's right for you, and what's not right for you, and you take those things, and you like, for me, it's important to tell you and your brother, because I want you guys to understand certain things that are out there, which you have to kind of pick and choose what I say, and figure out how that works with what's going on in the world today. You know what I mean?
But I envy you guys.
Or
you guys...
even my own experience, because I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I'm pretty fucking smart.
No, you're
a
smart, dude.
guy.
Fuck yeah, dude. And that's what I was telling you. I envy you guys because, honestly, dude, if I knew, like we were talking about this earlier, me and Mingo, if I knew the shit now, back then, what I know now, dude, oh, man, it would be a totally different story, dude.
Yeah.
But I love, honestly, Mingo, though, to be honest with you, dude, I love going through even the bad experiences.
Right.
I love going through that shit because it taught me to be who I am today and what I want in life.
Right.
You know what I mean? The heartbreaks were awesome. I know they suck because they suck balls.
Right.
And the good times were fucking awesome.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I can't wait for you guys to go through that stuff. That's just awesome.
I'm going to tell you this, and I know it's going to make me sound like a fucked up human being, but I've looked back on my bad experiences. I'm only 20. Don't fucking come at me. I've had bad experiences in my 20 years of age. I may not remember before 3 years old, but just because you're a boomer and you've had much longer life than me doesn't mean that I haven't had bad experiences either,
sure.
okay, motherfucker? Look, all right, so keep your hateful comments to your fucking self. I don't want to hear it. I look back on my own bad experiences and I smile. I smile with joy and fucking, like, it's almost like I'm angry, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Because I look at it and, like, never do that shit again. I look at it in a different way because of who I am. Like, those bad experiences made me who I am, and I know to some people I'm not a fucking joy. I don't care. But to the people who I call friends, they're like, I'm a joy to them, right?
Yeah.
So
that's what matters, dude.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I look back on it and smile like I'm a devious fucking person because I am. But because I know not to do shit like that again. I know what to look out for.
Well, and here's the beautiful part about it is that those experiences create who you are.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things that your mom always said to me was, she would say, and she didn't mean it like this, but this is what she would say: I hate you. Kind of like how you say it to me when it's about luck, right?
Or TikTok.
Right. Or
Oh,
TikTok.
I get
But she
you.
says,
Yeah.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Nothing rattles you.
Yeah.
Something happens, something comes our way, something unexpected happens, and it doesn't fucking shake you.
Yeah.
How? Well, first of all, if it shook me, and I wasn't able to maintain myself, who's going to deal with it?
Yeah, dude. Can't lose your shit either.
Right.
Yeah.
First of all. Second of all, what am I going to gain by losing my shit?
Yeah.
Third, I'm fucking 48 at this point. I've been through a grip of shit.
Yeah.
It ain't fucking killed me yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I can get through it. I know I can handle whatever comes my way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're resilient.
Whatever that may be,
Yeah.
I can handle it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's interesting, it's really interesting because I remember, and I've told a story to Sebastian, and I always go back to this point in my life where and I was probably 13 at the time, and my grandmother, can paz descanse, when she was sitting on the couch, and my little sister was next to her, and I was next to my sister.
Yeah.
And she had been talking, and she stopped. She reached into her gown that she wore, her smock. She grabbed a cigarette, and she was trying to light it.
Yeah.
And we looked over, and she couldn't light it. And all of a sudden, she just kind of fell over on me and my sister.
Oh, shit, really?
And she had a heart attack.
Oh, shit, dude.
And we were at my aunt's house, and my aunt's, like, fucking freaking out, right? My dad got up, went and grabbed his mom, laid her on the ground, told my mom, go get the rubbing alcohol. He told his sister, my tia, hey, cálmate. Go to the room, go dial 911, and then call your sister. And then he told me, hey, take your sister outside. Okay. So me and my little sister went outside, and we're standing out there waiting to find out what happens or whatnot. And I'm looking through the door, and my mom's rubbing alcohol on my grandmother, right?
Yeah.
And he comes out and he says, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah, that was a little weird, you know, like I hear my tia screaming and you're fucking walking around like nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shouting orders, getting shit done instead of just, you know what I mean? Obviously I didn't use those words with my dad because he'd have popped me in the face, but
he was calm.
He was very calm. Like he was just never rattled like, she said I was.
Yeah.
And he says, "Yeah, mijo, but look at it." He says, "If I wasn't calm and I wasn't who I am," he said, "your grandma would have died today." He said, "Because we rub the rubbing alcohol on her because it relaxes the muscles. So when she comes out of the hospital, she won't lose the sensation and the muscles in her face. And in her arms, she'll still be able to talk. She'll still have all of her movement because the muscles relaxed that we didn't allow them to tighten by putting on the rubbing alcohol."
Oh, shit.
I was like,
oh, shit.
All right.
Yeah.
I said, "How'd you learn how to do that?" He says, "We used to do that in boxing. When after you'd box or the night before a fight, they'd put you in a tub with ice and rubbing alcohol.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that your
shit.
muscles would loosen up so you could sleep that night."
Oh, fuck, dude.
But they stopped doing that because they started putting in too much rubbing alcohol and people were getting aneurysms and dying from that.
Shit.
But anyways, that's a different.
That's a different story.
So I remember that happening.
Yeah.
And that really stuck with me for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I remember when my grandmother passed away.
Yeah.
Throughout the service, and even at the burial, my dad was somber.
Yeah.
You know, I think he was up reading a passage, and his voice cracked one time. And he stopped, he took a deep breath, and he finished what he read like a man. Then he went and he sat down. We left the church, and we went to the burial. He buried his mom, and he walked away, and he came and said, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, what's wrong?" I said, "Fuck, Dad, you're a dick." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said, "Well, what do you mean? Why do you say that?" I said, "I don't know. I mean, you buried your mom and you didn't shed a tear.
Yeah.
Like look at your brothers, look at your sisters and my tias and shit. They're all bawling and not shedding a tear. I don't get it."
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, neither are you."
Oh, shit.
He patted me on the back. He says, "You'll understand," and walked away. And it was at that point that there's such an inner struggle and a struggle for strength within the world, much less within yourself.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
And he was able to maintain and be there as a strong pillar for his brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
That he allowed them to be emotional on a day where he had to be in control. Where I'm sure my father cried on his own.
Yeah.
And made peace with her and everything else at his own turn. But I think that he was strong and has always been strong for everybody else in his family.
Yeah.
That he didn't let emotion overrun him so he could control the situation.
Yeah.
Miss you, Dad, by the way.
Damn, dude. That sounds like a strong dude, man.
Dude, that
Holy shit.
you have no idea.
Fuck.
No idea the strength of that man. Like he was just always in control. Dude, he was this must have happened. He died June of last year. So he was about 70 when this happened.
Yeah.
Not that, but what I'm about to tell you. He was with my nephew. And probably maybe it's a little bit longer than that. But my nephew had been at work and he was cleaning and a bottle, a vase had fallen and hit him on the head.
Oh, shit.
so he was out of work for a while. So he would go and visit with my mom and dad and take them wherever they needed to go do something.
Yeah.
Or my dad had to take him to a doctor's appointment that day. Yeah. So my dad took him to the doctor's, and then on the way back, they were going to stop at the bank. Yeah. Well, this dude cut my dad off. Okay. And my nephew's, he's a brawler. Yeah. And he don't give a shit, dude. He loves it. He likes to get hit. It fires him up, right?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
But his head was rattled. He couldn't get hit in the head because of the concussion he already had, right?
Yeah.
And so I guess my dad, or maybe my dad cut the dude off or something. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
And my dad had gone into the parking lot of the bank, and the dude came in behind him. And my nephew was like, oh, fuck. He says, I got you, Grandpa. Let's go.
Yeah.
So he got out the car, and my dad got out the car and was like yelling at the dude.
Yeah.
And, well, come on, get out of the truck. Let's dance.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And he said, that dude got out the car.
Yeah.
He says, I didn't jump in right away. I wanted to see what Grandpa would do.
Yeah.
And he says, but the other guy was getting out of the car, and I told him, don't fucking get out. It'll be the biggest fucking mistake you make. He said, the dude got back in the truck. He said, and I saw Grandpa, and Grandpa was talking to the guy, and my dad's left-handed.
Yeah.
So he's a southpaw. Yeah. And he says, I was standing there, and he says, I saw Grandpa's fucking left foot slide back and kind of shift when he stood there.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't notice. He said that Grandpa had done that. Yeah. He says, I went and stood in front of Grandpa and pushed him away and told that guy to get back in the truck for his own sake.
Yeah.
My dad was nobody to fuck with at all. I've seen that man do shit, and he just
crazy shit.
Yeah, dude. He was an amazing man, dude. Yeah. You know, it was an honor to have him as a father and all that. Yeah. But there was just, there was a certain amount of strength that he instilled that I hope that, I'm doing that same kind of job and instilling in him. The one thing that I wish that would have been different is the communication style. Yeah. I think I communicate with him and his brother as best I can. Yeah. Sometimes the conversations are really good and really easy. Sometimes they're not. Yeah. Sometimes they don't understand why I communicate as much as I do with them. Yeah. But, at some point you guys will understand that it's not only for you, but it's almost like it's therapy for me to talk to you guys about it and tell you these things, because I didn't have it. Yeah. And I wished as a child and as a man that I would have been able to have those kind of conversations and had that kind of relationship with my father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I get you. And I told you this at work once. Mingo, like, you're a cool dude, man. Like, you're like, the way you talk to your kids. Like, I always tell you, like, man, I wish I had that with my dad. Right. Because if my dad was cool like you, telling me, like, hey, guys, if you need something, just fucking let me know. Don't hide shit from me. But, I'll do what I can to help you out. My dad was never like that with us. Right. You know what I mean? Si no vienes aquí, yo te doy un pinche putazo y ya. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay. Like, we were like fucking, like, all right. So he wasn't never even giving us the chance to fucking talk to him. Right. You know what I mean? So the way I heard you talk to your kids and everything, dude, I wish my dad was like that, because I feel like I would be more comfortable with him. I'll be like, all right, if something happened or if I needed to do something, I'll be like, hey, Dad, can I do that? And I will feel more like comfortable where he'll be like, well, let's see if that's a good choice. Right. Or let me see if that's a good idea. You know what I mean?
But you also have to remember, though, that the era that they grew up in
way different.
Was way different than ours.
Yeah, way different.
I mean, there was no computers, there was no CDs, no cassettes, there was barely any fucking TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember back in the day we used to have that fucking big ass, thick ass fucking TV with the
stereo,
with
the
disc, the turntable, that shit,
and the 8-track player,
that shit, dude. Yeah, they don't want to know that shit. Dude. That shit was fucking old school, dude.
Yeah. And then shit. I don't know if you were around here when they were doing that, but there's a Spanish station, or there used to be a Spanish station here in town, that would do the the ventas. So it would be like a fucking radio yard sale.
Oh shit! Really?
The DJ would be on the air and hey, que si quieren llame ahorita, blah 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 blah. Quieren comprar algo, están buscando algo, llame ahorita, blah blah blah.
Oh shit!
Hey, mira, estoy buscando una lavadora, que la quiero blanco, que
Oh,
Okay.
shit, they had that
Yeah,
shit, dude?
yeah, and then they would take his name and number and say, el señor que llamó ahorita que quiere una lavadora, aquí la tengo, se la doy por 50.
Oh,
And that dude would
shit.
call back and they would get them together and they'd buy like fucking Spanish Craigslist on the radio. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
shit. That's tight. I never
Yeah.
know that, dude. That's
Yeah.
fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was, I mean, and they would never want to buy anything.
Yeah.
But they would, every Saturday and Sunday, that's what they would listen to in the morning. My mom's cleaning the house and she's listening.
Yeah.
And
that
every once
that
in a-
would be entertaining, I think, dude.
Right, and then something would come up every once in a while. Mingo! And my dad, ¿qué? Ven, oiga, oiga. And the guy would be selling something, that, you know, some oddball shit.
Yeah.
Yummy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Call real quick, hurry up. Yeah,
That's
funny,
just
dude.
fucking funny as shit, dude.
It's a trip, dude.
Nowadays, you got everything on the tip of your fingers right there,
Yeah,
dude.
everything is right there.
Yeah.
Everything and more, dude. I love having a phone,
Yeah.
but I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And I can't set it down.
Yeah, because we're accustomed to it now, dude. It's part of our body. It's,
Everything is like
yeah.
if you're not looking at your phone or you're not checking it every 5 minutes, something's wrong.
Yeah.
That endorphin's not tripping in your head.
Yeah.
And you feel like, oh my god,
Oh, shit.
there it is.
Yeah, I wanna see
oh,
if
where's
there's
my
a
phone?
text.
Oh, there's it.
Yeah. How the fuck we do that back in the day? We wouldn't have none of this shit, dude.
We had
That
pagers,
shit-
bitch.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember.
Oh shit, my girl's paging me. Yeah.
And then
Holy
every once in a
shit.
while, fuck, she's not paging. I better check to make sure it works.
Or
How
go to
many
the
times-
payphone and
Yeah.
shit.
Or you'd be at home and you'd page yourself.
Oh, it is. It works. The battery's
Fucking
there.
bitch, I don't know what she's doing, but you better hurry up.
And then back in the day, you had to buy batteries for that shit. It wasn't like now where you plug it in.
Yup, nothing.
Uh-huh.
Nothing was rechargeable back then. Shit,
Those
but
are
gas
fucking
was only
simple.
$1.15 a gallon.
Oh
shit.
shit, dude.
Drive all over this great state.
Oh shit, dude.
Sebastian, any final words? You want to tell them where to find us and what to do?
You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. If you want to hear, go back to like the fucking, I don't know, 10th episode. Fuck it.
All
10th
over the
episode,
place.
listen at the end. I'll tell you where there. I'm not going to tell you here. I go through too much shit. So
Yeah, it's just about everywhere you listen to
And
your
YouTube.
podcast.
on the channel Madhouse Radio.
But realistically, what the fuck you got to tell you right now? You're already listening. You know where the fuck we are,
All right.
right? How about telling them about
Should
Patreon?
be.
You want to do that?
Manny can do that. That's Manny. Manny likes Patreon.
Yeah, just go ahead and if you guys want us to continue doing this for you guys, entertain you guys, go to Patreon. I believe it's the Madhouse.
No, it's just Madhouse.
Mad-
No,
Madhouse?
it's the Madhouse.
Is it?
He's right. Yeah.
Oh, it's the Madhouse.
The
The
Ma-
Madhouse is all one word.
The Madhouse. Madhouse is all one word. At what is it? At Patreon.
Yeah, it's patreon.com.
At Patreon.com. Yeah.
The Space Madhouse.
The space Madhouse at Patreon.com. Helps us keep the show going and you know entertain you guys, and it's for a good cause so that we can keep doing this for you guys while we're on quarantine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Any final words, Seabass?
Bye.
Manny?
No, I'm out.
Yeah, we've done a lot of talking. We'll see you guys soon. Love you. Bye.